I'm Kitty Ferguson. This tip is about an activity that helps students review what they've learned. Review is an important part of the learning process, but it can also feel boring to students. This tip explains how to put review questions on cards for a Mingle activity that gets students out of their seats and talking to classmates. The cards might be used to review vocabulary. Here, students say the word on their card to a classmate who has to spell it and define it or translate it or use it in a sentence. With true-false cards, students read the statement on their card to a classmate who has to say whether it is true or false. If it's false, they must correct it. For example, number 1 is false. Synthesis means putting together, not taking apart. We don't only want students to memorize information, we want them to apply what they've learned. Scenario cards are good for that. Students read the scenario on their card to a classmate who has to comment on it. The reader can then agree or disagree and add more commentary. Here are the steps for using review cards in class. In the previous slide, I highlighted step 4. Should students hold on to their card for the whole activity, or should they exchange cards with the person they've been talking to so they have a new card when they talk to someone new? Here are some factors to consider. Why don't you try it both ways and see what works in your class? How do you make the cards? It could be simple to take individual items from textbook exercises and put them on cards. If you have colleagues teaching the same class, share your materials to lessen the work of formatting, printing, and cutting. In some classes, you can give students responsibility for making the cards. This is especially applicable when you have some advanced students who have extra time and need a challenge. You might be thinking of some problems with using cards to review content. How much time does it take to cover the material? How can we encourage students to mingle? What if there's little space for movement in our room? What if students are giving each other the wrong answers? I suggest trying out this activity on several occasions and trying to find solutions that fit your class. At the same time, there are also many advantages to using cards for a mingle and review activity. I hope you'll give them a try.